morning. Let's rise and shine together. So last night I didn't get a lot of sleep, neither did my husband. We have a sick kiddo at the moment, so we were up quite a bit last night, just with fevers and vomiting. So the dark bags under my eyes have been well earned, but we're gonna still start off the day strong. So grab your Bible, get your coffee, and let's go. Today I want to give you the best parenting advice you will ever hear. Yep, that's a big claim, and I'm going to stick by that huge claim. You know what the best trick is? Your Bible. That is your biggest weapon, trick, know-how, guide to parenting. So I one time had someone tell me if I were to do a certain parenting style, then I would have, quote, perfect kids. And I looked at this person like, what? Like it was rubbish. It actually was a Christian who was telling me this. And I looked at this person and I just thought, actually the Bible is the guide, and that is my parenting style. This is what I want to do. This is what we all should be striving to do. Are we going to be perfect parents? No, that's where mercy and grace comes in. All of us make mistakes, not just our children. We as parents make mistakes too. Our children are learning mercy and grace towards us as well. So this is your biggest tip. So the Bible is our best guide in parenting. The Bible teaches us to do everything in love. The Bible tells us not to worry. The Bible teaches us do not let your sun go down in your anger. To have sweet and kind words. To be slow to anger. The Bible teaches us not to be anxious. To trust in God in all circumstances. To love God and others. The Bible teaches us so many things. It teaches us how to choose right friends, why we shouldn't drink excessively or do drugs. The Bible teaches us about worldliness. The Bible is our guide to when we are feeling sad, jealous, angry, frustrated, like we have failed, when we need to forgive somebody, when we need healing, when we need self-control, when we need strength, when we need wisdom. If you're new to reading the Bible, a resource that I would recommend for both you and your family is this. This is a great book. I have given it to a couple of my daughters, so we have a couple copies of this book. This book almost acts like a Bible thesaurus. If your Bible doesn't have a thesaurus already, I would highly recommend this. Let's say you're feeling anxious or worried, or you have a child who is not listening, or you have a child who is struggling with worldliness. This book will highlight that topic. So let me just give you a little example. What to do when you're anxious, angry, confused, disappointed, frustrated, when you have failed, when you feel insecure, when you're jealous, when you're lonely, when you lied, when you've been persecuted, when you feel rejected, when you have sinned, when you have questions about the end of the world, when you feel uncertain. There's also chapters on when you need ability, when you need a friend, when you need comfort, when you need encouragement, when you need faith, finances, to forgive, healing, joy, love, motivation, patience, peace, protection, self-control, strength, wisdom, deliverance, guidance. Then there's sections about how to be an overcomer of bitterness, depression, doubt, guilt, enemies, fear, impure thoughts, lust, homosexuality, the past, negative self-image, grief, complacency, temptation, the occult, suicide, pride, abuse. Then there's also a section on God's purpose for your life, and then spiritual prayer. This isn't a devotional. These are just Bible verses that correlate with that topic. So again, if you're looking for what does the Bible say about worry? Oh, these are all the Bible verses about worry. So this is a great resource for those, if you're looking for a quick, Lord, help me with this, or I'm struggling with this, or my child is struggling with this. Again, Bible's number one. I would recommend reading the entire Bible. But if you're looking for a quick lookup and a quick what do I do in this situation, this is a great resource. So in recap, there are tons of parenting styles out there. No matter what the parenting style, as long as it's done in love, you are okay. Another thing is, don't look in on other families and think, oh, they're doing that parenting style, so do that parenting style and my kids will turn out like their kids. That's not how it works. You have to do what is best for your family. Every family is different. Every family structure is different. So I want to take a second and talk to the parent who's really struggling, and they might have a prodigal. One, be encouraged, be in prayer, really lay all of that at the feet of Jesus and trust that Jesus has your child. Jesus tells us that he will leave the 99 to go out for that one. You have to trust that he will do that with your prodigal. You have to trust him. More encouragement for the parent who has a prodigal. We are called not to worry. We are called to trust. That can be hard. It's a time that you have to lean heavily in on Jesus and just lean into him and trust in him. In the story of the prodigal, the dad is God. And so you have this image of this perfect dad who had two sons who responded both wrong. See, everybody thinks that it's the son that went away that did the bad thing. Well, it was actually both sons that didn't, they were both doing the wrong thing. So you had one son who went away and abandoned and left what his father's teaching was. Then you have the other son that when the brother came back, he was jealous. So there's a lot of learning in that. For the prodigal, we need to be praying for both sons' hearts. We need to be praying that bitterness and hurt and jealousy doesn't set in. And then we also need to pray for the heart of the child who is left. In all of this, we should be praying for our children. Whether your children are trying to follow Jesus with their heart or whether they have a prodigal, we still need to be praying for them, and we still should be saturating ourselves in the Word every day. You know, parenting is hard, and none of us are perfect parents. And that's where mercy and grace comes in. Find people who will uplift you with the Bible. If anybody tries to sell you advice or tell you advice that isn't biblical, throw it away. Don't listen to any advice that doesn't come straight from the Bible. There is tons and tons of parenting advice out there. Most of it is from the secular community. And some of it might have some credibility, I'll give you that. However, we need to get the foundation of all of our advice from right here. So let's go out and serve Jesus with our lives by being the best parents we can, by living according to his word. So I'm going to let you all go now. I'm going to do my own morning devotions, and I'll see you again next week.